Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Judy here. If you're interested in fascinating discoveries in the world of science, you've come to the right place. And if you like the content that I share, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. It won't cost you anything. Thank you. And my friends, before we dive into today's topic, please allow me to thank the friends who bought me coffee from my website last week. Thank you so much for your kind support, my friends. Thank you. So, if you're not a new friend, you know that I've talked many topics about Alzheimer's disease on this channel. Also, I've talked some of its potential treatments. But if you're a new friend, please check them out in the description or comment. Now you know, my friends, Alzheimer's disease is a type of dementia, and it's not a normal part of aging. As a progressive neurodegenerative brain disorder, it causes most dementia cases. Alzheimer's disease causes cognitive decline, memory loss, and behavioral change. And the majority of people with Alzheimer's are 65 or older. So the greatest known risk factor is the increasing age. If you know someone who often forgets recent events or name the places or people, who often gets lost in familiar places or forgets the time, please help them to find out if they have Alzheimer's, because these are the early signs and symptoms, which is why I think Trump has dementia or Alzheimer's. And if you're not new to my main channel, Judy, London, Let's Talk, you know I've talked about it on that channel. If you haven't watched that video, please check it out in the description. Anyway, I think Trump's Alzheimer's is in its early stages, but as you might know, the symptoms would gradually worsen over a number of years. On average, a person with Alzheimer's lives 4 to 8 years after diagnosis, but can live as long as 20 years, depending on other factors. So, if I'm right, Trump does have Alzheimer's disease, and it might die in the following years. Maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, or maybe. But like I've said before, there are many treatments for Alzheimer's, and several of them are already approved by FDA. If you recall, I've talked about one of them, which I believe is one of the treatments that Trump has been taking. Why? Well, because that very treatment could cause some side effects like bruised hands and so on. If you haven't watched that video and would like to know the details, please check it out in the comments. Anyway, as you know, my friends, Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia are so very complex conditions. Hence, scientists believe that multiple treatment approaches are likely needed to better manage them. And due to Alzheimer's, drugs are unavailable to many patients because of their side effects, scientists have reviewed the evidence for many other drugs with possible benefits in Alzheimer's. Why? Well, it's because such drugs are already approved for other diseases. They have a well-established safety profile and can move straight to human trials. And the good news is, some scientists have found two widely available medications that appear to safely improve brain health among people with early brain decline. That's right, they found that the diabetes drug empagliflozin and the insulin nasal spray both show promise in improving brain health, memory, and brain blood flow for patients with mild cognitive impairment and early Alzheimer's disease. Yes, these two drugs in combination and alone safely tackle different aspects of mild cognitive decline that is often seen in early Alzheimer's disease. And they both are safe and well tolerated with mild side effects. According to their lead investigator, this was the first time they found that empagliflozin reduces markers of brain injuries while restoring blood flow in critical brain regions. And they also confirmed that delivering insulin directly to the brain with a newly validated device enhances cognition, neurovascular health, and immune function. So much so, their study suggests that targeting metabolism could change the course of Alzheimer's disease. Sounds fascinating, right? And they're small. These two drugs are already approved by FDA for diabetes and other conditions, so they could reach patients faster than brand new drugs would. And my friends, if you're interested in knowing the details about this topic, please check the related articles in the description. Okay, my friends, in case you don't know me yet, I'm Judy London, a fan of Jack London. I'm a public writer who writes fiction and non-fiction novels and short stories. You're very welcome to visit my website, judyfaylondon.com, or Amazon to read my poems and my short stories. The last one, Mr. Rat, Candy the dog, and so on, and my latest non-fiction book, Living with the Walking Dead, a roadmap for achieving your own success. I hope to see you there, and I thank you so much for your kind support, and thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channels, Judy Faye London and Judy Plus. Judy Faye London is a channel that mainly talks about culture, economics, and dictators and various events and people in human history, while Judy Plus is a channel that talks about interesting discoveries in the world of science.